All right. Do I have a video on the concept of a reload? Absolutely. Go take a look at it. I have it. Crossing of the three gives you more confirmation. That is absolutely correct. Every time I try to draw my fibs, it doesn't do that. It spreads out from the middle. Yeah, sure. So what do? You take the fib, right? Right click, fib properties. I'm not going to change it, but you can see I changed the fib levels. I got 0, 0.3, 30%, 0.5, 50%, and just 1. That's it. Everything else I select. I click on it like this, and I click delete. Click on it, delete, click on it, delete. So then I only have these 3, and then that's it. That's why this fib tool is only for a pullback for my entries. So if I want to take this fib, if I'm going short, I go from top down. If I'm going long, I go from the bottom up. So I go top down. So I know that's my 1/3, that's my 50%. I put a little star on the 50%. So I only got 1, 0, and a star. So I know star is 50%. The other one that has nothing on it is the 1/3 pullback. Because I don't want all these verbiage, then it gets all tangled up, then it gets really messy in here, right? So it's much easier to see. Okay, so here's my 1/3 pullback. Stop goes above the high, 7 pips. From here to here, about 5 pips. Move my stop to break even. Boom. Right? Keep it simple. All right. Okay, let's talk about, and I know I have approximately 10 minutes. Let's talk about the last topic we had, which was M's and W's of the mayo. All right. It's one of my favorite setups. If it presents, perfect. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? I'm not going to chase it. If it's clean, I'll take. If it's not clean, I won't. Okay. So now understand the variation to the theme, right? To get an M and W of the mayo, ideally, you want a 5200 cross. Okay, 5200 cross. Right? The next thing I'm looking for, obviously, is my outside the band, inside the band move. Right? So in this example, my outside the band happened inside the box. And my inside the band happened, even though the inside the band hit the stops, it's kind of sort of inside the box, but I can kind of see the little bit of the blue of the outside there. Right? And then I'll go short. Blueberry inside the Asian box, I ignore it, wait for the pullback. Stop goes above this candle, and I go short. Boom, like this. Right? That's an M of the mayo. So the mayo is acting as a cradle or resistance in this example. Okay? EJ, same thing. I'm sitting in level 2. Remember level 2, 5200 cross, and then W of the mayo. You can't take this trade long here because my signal line is below the market baseline. Because it's a pattern, a W pattern, W of the mayo, M of the mayo, your RSI line got to be above the market baseline always. Right? Enter. Top goes below the slow. Boom. Okay? EC, same move, right? Happens to be in level 1. Sometimes the say 5200 cross. So you're like, well, I can pop this trade right here. You could, right? You only got a shock fin. You don't have outside the band, inside the band. Sometimes it happens, right? That's where the beauty of this comes in. The fib. That's my shift candle, right? Close above 13, back below, back above. RSI above the signal line, above the market baseline. Notice my entries right here. Candle close below the 13 right here. I'm going to be down 2 pips. I'll close my position down 2 pips. And then when it busts above it, we'll talk about this structure. It's called a second leg, half a bat. Wait for the same pullback. Whoops. Boom, and then off to the races. If I miss this move for whatever reason, I'm not in front of the screen or whatever, my next move would be either a static bounce where it misses the water but TDI confirms within 1.5, which this is not, or it touches the water. Then I'll get a ID move. All right. GU. You can also have M of the blueberry, same move. M of the mayo, M of the blueberry. Blueberry is the 200 EMA on the 1 hour chart. Close below 13, back above, back below. Second leg near pattern, close below. See? You got outside the band, inside the band. Right? That's an advanced 15 minutes. I don't like those. So that's the real M, right? So you got this outside the band, inside the band move. Boom, short. Nice. I'm off the blueberry. Sometimes they will do this in Asia. See how they did a little reload. So the anchor plus the reload usually will identify the low or the high of day. Right? So even though price came back down, it never went below the low of day. Right? Same thing over here. Right? This is all part of the anchor move. So this is all part of the anchor structure. Once this one goes above, notice price never went below the low of day. Right? Nice. Close above 13, back below, back above. Outside the band. Sometimes you'll get outside the band, outside the band. Ideally, you're looking for outside the band, inside the band. Right? GC here is in level 3. You're looking for an M of the Mayo, right? Blue tracer, perfect. That acts as a cradle or resistance. Close below 13, back above, back below. I wait for it to clear all the EMAs, right? I don't want to take it over here. How do I know it's not going to do a trap and break, right? Boom. Outside the band, inside the band. RS stands below, signal line below the market baseline, right? Drop your fib. I'm going short. I'll go fib top down. 1/3 pullback. Stop goes above this candle. Boom. Bottom of the Asian range. Perfect. Right? 1 to 2. This is a little bit uglier. So nice big hit to the bottom outside the band, right? Perfect. So now I'm looking for inside the band. But not only am I looking for inside the band, I'm also looking to make sure price closes above the water. Okay, that's logical. So I'm looking to potentially take that trade there. The question is, should I? The answer is no. Then the next question is, why can I not take that trade there? It's perfect, right? One leg on the band, one leg in the band, R stands above this. Your timing is off. What time is this candle? Remember, between 8 and 8:30, you should not take a trade. Why? Because that's when around 8:30ish they'll have, I don't know why it's not showing up, but normally it does tell you what time. See, this trade is, come on, wow, it's being difficult. There you go, right? 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, 9. This is 9 o'clock. So this is in the wrong time. Between 8 and 8:45, you should not trade because they will do this kind of a move for you. Right? Because it kind of came back and closed below. This becomes the apex. I'm waiting for price to take out the apex, which they do right here. And then you just pop this trade from here. Right? GN, level 2, 50, 200 cross, W of the Mayo, close above 13, back below, back above. Happens to be just a shock fin instead of one leg on the band, one leg in the band. But if you have a shock fin, but you still have a close above 13, back below, back above, that's still valid. You don't need a one leg on the band, one leg in the band. Right? The pattern, the pattern, the pattern. Just make sure our sign is above the market baseline. And this is really nice. See? 50, 200 cross, W of the Mayo. First leg, even though this didn't touch the Mayo, outside the band. Second leg did touch the Mayo, inside the band. Big shift candle. Did not between 8 and 8:45. RSI is above the signal line, above the market baseline. 1/3 pullback. Stop goes below the shift candle. Boom. Done. Right? Don't make it harder on yourself. and GFC level 3, you can trade back to the peak on a confirmed move. So even though this one didn't go outside the band, inside the band, that is the visible stop hunt, right? M and W of the Mayo requires a visible stop hunt because an anchor move. Why is an anchor move important? Is because that creates the anchor creates the high and low of day, right? Close above 13, back below, back above. There's some news here. Wait for the news to be done, and then just pop the trade. As long as RSI is above the signal line, above the market baseline, right? Most people will be like, oh, so the band is the band. I'm level 3. I'm going to go short. No, don't do that. You're too tight between the EMAs. Okay. All right. Let's see. A couple of quick questions, and then we're done. For bounce or trend continuation trades, will I be right to only trade when a setup occurs and that the EMAs are in order? Or will I be turning away from too many trades, not entering when the EMAs aren't in order? No, trade in line with the EMAs. This is in line with the EMAs. What do I mean by that? 50-200 pointing up, look for W of the Mayo. That's the W of the Mayo too. Close above 13, back below, back above, outside the band. Only issue with this is what? No visible stop hunt. Right? Also, I'm in level 3, right? But if there was a visible stop hunt, long, right? If I'm still in level 3, visible stop hunt, like a little trap and break, or stand above the signal line, above the market baseline, I'll be looking for long there. Right? What happened here? All right, last question. Let's see. What is the box at the end of the harmonics show? I forgot. What is the box at the end of the harmonics show? Nothing. You're interested in the beginning of the box. You don't really care where the end of the box is. In the beginning of the box, I'm looking for an outside structure or outside the band and then the pattern. By the time the end of the box comes, it really doesn't show anything. In other words, the end of the box pretty much tells you that's where the harmonic should no longer be effective or taken into consideration for trading, right? Because it's been too many hours. They're supposed to have already worked. After the box is done, the too many hours has passed and nothing presented. That means it might or might not work. Now you got a 50-50 proposition. Can you take trades between 9 and 9:45 London time? Yikes. 9 and 9:45 London time. That's between 3 and 3:45 Eastern time. No. 4 and 4:45. Yeah, as long as there's no news. If there's pound news, you can take it. But if there's no pound news, you can trade pound. You can trade yeah, sure. If there's no news. Same thing with the US session. If there's no news, most of the time you will have news at 8:30. But if there is no news for whatever reason, yeah, you can trade right through it. It's okay. But I would say 95% of the time there will be some news, right? At 8:30. Doesn't necessarily always have between 9 and 9:45 London time news for pound. All right. Awesome. All right. I'm going to end right now. I'm going to let you guys go. Hey, Vince, how you doing, bud? Have a great night. I'll catch you guys this coming Sunday. I will be on this coming Sunday, the 31st. And I'll get the pre-market up in a little bit once the rendering for the DMR is done. Okay? Take care. Thanks. All right, here, Ed. Take care, man. Ciao.